Got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold-out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Merritt. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on it.
And got his man complete. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Merritt. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now the starters on the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I was so proud of you in our meeting with the defensive coordinator because you asked the question that set him off. And all you said was, so what improvement do you need to see this week, Coach? And boy, he got fired up, didn't he? Takeaways. We need turnovers. We got to create them. Get so animated, jumped up in our meeting. It was fun to watch.
Somehow I always upset a coordinator in that meeting. Yeah. But they like you.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Come on now, let's go.
So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Jackson to throw. Green brings it in. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And here now, the Baltimore offense.
An excellent year, obviously, because they got the open week, had the bye. But the one thing you always worry about, the rust factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, when you have that open week, you often think about scrimmaging so you're ready to go the next week, but you know you can't. So you cross your fingers.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Sack, baby. Sack, baby.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. On first down, Hicks. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Hicks. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Merritt will counter here. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13.
Let's go, let's go!
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Hicks. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Merritt into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And now here come the Ravens. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Let's go, D. Double tight.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Merritt. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Back to throw. Merritt.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Merritt nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Off-play action. Merritt, and the pressure gets to him again. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. Merritt. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They go play action with Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Penny. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A 41-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And 2 field goals now mean they take a rare 6-2 lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side said, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Back to throw. Merritt. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Merritt firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Ready up. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They'll run on first down. It's Hicks. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Merritt. And that's incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. Merritt. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Merritt. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Penny. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Penny. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Penny. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Jackson now off the bootleg. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We call that sack block.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
Let's go, buddy.
And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. So the Bills now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. It's got to be a touchdown here, and that won't be easy. On the road, in the playoffs, as they've got it with a first down. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by a field goal. 1:40 remaining. Their sold-out crowd is behind them. They need at least a field goal to tie as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On third down, Penny, and he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's back to throw. He's got it at the 15. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down.
Keep playing hard.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles.